Cape Town is regarded as one of the most dynamic cities on earth, a place where people have always met to share ideas and do business. The University of Stellenbosch Business School takes things a step further. It wants students to think beyond the world of business and embrace a culture of social responsibility. Bethany King explains more.
Set on a hilltop overlooking the picturesque city of Cape Town in South Africa is a University of Stellenbosch Business School. The USB's received recognition and accolades from an impressive array of local and global bodies. It's the only South African university business school which is internationally accredited by both Equus and Amber.
A business school like ourselves, which sit in Southern Africa, and yet which benchmarks itself and is authenticated by the rest of the world, sits in a very special position. Because we face into Africa and we can speak with real authority about the relevance of concepts, frameworks, understanding, knowledge generated in the developed world, and its projection into the problem space of Africa.
The USB hosts MBA students from some of the most prestigious schools in the world. Two strategic objectives define all aspects of curriculum development at the business school, namely through leadership and research.
The business of academics in business schools is to think better, more clearly, differently if necessary, to have the courage to stand up and say, I don't see the world the way that you do.
South Africa is a complex, multifaceted society, giving students first-hand insights into how to thrive in a global multicultural environment, guided by academics who speak with authority based on real and personal experience in the business sphere.
I feel the issues of transformation and the issues of radical change is so pertinent and relevant to us in South Africa that we are dealing with it on a day-to-day basis. And therefore we're in a good position to impart those learnings and that knowledge to the students who come here.
Leadership development is a key focus of the USB experience, aimed at enabling students to think outside silos and follow an integrated approach to solving organisational problems.
USB, I chose it because of the international reputation and the standards. And when I looked at the syllabus, I noticed that USB don't just focus on the traditional business and finance they also focus on the leadership. And I also want to specialize in management consulting. So that's why I decided to come to USB.
Beyond building leadership and managerial capacity, the USB believes in being socially relevant and responsible. Its social impact initiative, funded by its alumni, helps to raise funds for bursaries and scholarships, supports local charities, and runs a highly subsidised management programme for non-profit organisations.
The benefit of coming onto the program and taking it back to that organization from which that person comes from is what we call a multiplier effect, the effect where you're plowing it forward. What we mean by that is that the beneficiary community of that organization would be benefiting from the new skills, from the new way of doing things, and from that expertise that has been picked up. That transcends into South Africa as well as to the rest of Africa.
The principles of sustainable human development are ingrained in the academic fabric of every programme they offer. It drives the research they undertake and the critical thinking they encourage.
It is about the way in which business positions itself in society, the way in which business utilizes resources, the way in which business address stakeholder engagement and stakeholder management. So they leave with a different understanding of what responsibility and sustainability is all about, and they leave with a sense of hope that they can actually make a difference right there where they work.
We have to engage in society around us, because ultimately it is society which in the long term will provide our future.
I just love the vibe, the atmosphere, the people are very friendly and open, and I get a type of energy from the mountain. It's maybe a bit weird, but I love it. I love the city, and I feel very at ease to be able to learn in such an environment.
The University of Stellenbosch Business School is the preferred knowledge partner of the world in Africa and of Africa in the world. It's a bridge of understanding between emerging and developing economies in one of the most beautiful cities in the world.